Welcome back to the channel Coin Star, where we uncover the hidden treasures in your pocket change. If you're someone who loves coin collecting or just stumbled across a shiny old dime from 1989, then you've come to the right place. Because today, we're going deep into the story of a coin that may look ordinary, but could be worth far more than its face value. That's right, we're talking about the 1989 P1 dime Liberty coin from the United States of America, and how it could be worth up to $15.34 or even much more, depending on its condition, rarity, and minting errors. So grab your magnifying glass, sit back, and get ready to learn about a coin that might just make you rich. And before we begin, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss out on valuable coin updates. Let's begin with a bit of history. The 1989 dime belongs to the long-running Roosevelt dime series, a design that has been in circulation since 1946. It was introduced to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who led the nation through the Great Depression and World War II, and who also championed the March of Dimes initiative to fight polio. The Roosevelt dime became a staple of American pocket change, small, silver-colored, and easily overlooked. But the year 1989 stands out not because of any political event, but because of a unique convergence in the coin world. Minted in Philadelphia, the 1989 Roosevelt dime proudly features the P mint mark just above the date. Over 1.1 billion of these coins were struck, which means it's not exactly rare, unless you find one in pristine condition, or with a minting error. That's where things get interesting. Now, let's talk design. The obverse or front of the coin features the profile of President Roosevelt, facing left. The word Liberty is boldly inscribed along the left edge, while the phrase, "In God We Trust," appears below his chin. The date 1989 is struck on the lower right, with the tiny letter P right above it, identifying the Philadelphia Mint. Flip the coin over, and you'll see the reverse, where a flaming torch is flanked by an olive branch on the left and an oak branch on the right, symbols of peace, strength, and liberty. This design represents the enduring American values of unity and resilience. Across the top, you'll read United States of America, and at the bottom, the phrase, "one dime," the denomination of the coin. The Latin phrase, e pluribus unum, meaning, out of many, one, runs across the center. It's a beautiful design, full of meaning and legacy. The 1989 Roosevelt dime, like all modern dimes minted after 1965, is not made of silver. Instead, it's composed of a copper core sandwiched between two layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel. This composition is known as clad, and it's used for durability and cost-effectiveness. The coin has a diameter of 17.91 mm, a thickness of 1.35 mm, and a weight of 2.27 grams. Although it lacks the silver value of pre-1965 dimes, certain 1989 P dimes can still be highly valuable due to their rarity, mint condition, and errors. And this is where collectors and dealers start paying big bucks. So, here's the question everyone's asking: why would a 10-cent coin be worth over $15.34 or more? Let's break it down. Mint condition coins, MS grades. If your 1989 P dime is in mint state condition, particularly MS67 or MS68, which means no wear, sharp details, and lustrous surfaces, it can be worth far more than face value. In auctions and collector marketplaces, these coins often sell for $10 to $30, and sometimes even more than $50 depending on the buyer. Full bands designation. A coin with a full bands, FB, designation means the horizontal bands on the torch are fully visible and not worn. This is a huge plus in the eyes of collectors. A 1989 P dime graded MS67 with full bands has been known to sell for $50 to $100 or more. Error coins, the real jackpot. This is the true wild card. Certain 1989 P dimes have rare errors like double die obverse or reverse off-center strikes, missing clad layer die cracks, or cuts, misaligned dies. If you find one of these rare error coins in decent condition, it can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. Imagine turning a 10-cent piece into a $500 payday. Market demand and numismatic value. The coin market is driven by demand and scarcity. A coin that might be common in circulation could still command a high price among collectors looking to complete a set in pristine condition. The 1989 P dime is no exception. A high-quality specimen, free from nicks, scratches, and discoloration, is far more valuable than a circulated one. Here's what to look for if you think you have a valuable dime. Check the date and mint mark. It should read 1989 and have a small p above the date. Look for signs of wear. Sharp details and luster are key. Use a magnifier or loupe. Examine the torch's bands and the lettering closely. Check for errors. Is anything misaligned? Are there unusual marks, doubling, or missing parts? Weigh the coin. If it weighs significantly less than 2.27 grams, it might have a missing clad layer. If your dime checks several of these boxes, congratulations, you might have a high-value coin on your hands. Now that you know what to look for, here are some tips on where to sell a valuable 1989 dime. eBay. List your coin with high-resolution photos and a clear description. Heritage auctions or great collections, for professionally graded coins. Local coin dealers, for quick appraisals and cash offers. Online collector forums. Engage with the coin collecting community for advice and potential buyers. Make sure to get your coin professionally graded by services like PCGS or NGC if you believe it's in mint condition or has an error. This adds credibility and significantly increases its value in the market. So there you have it, the 1989 Roosevelt dime. A coin that might just be jingling in your pocket right now, or hiding in a drawer somewhere, waiting to reveal its secret value. While most are worth 10 cents, the rare ones, the pristine, the full bands, the error dimes, can sell for $15.34, $50, even hundreds of dollars or more. Don't underestimate the power of small change. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your fellow coin lovers. And let us know in the comments, do you have a 1989 dime in your collection? Have you ever found a valuable coin in your change? Have you ever held a tiny coin in your hand and wondered if it might be worth far more than its face value? Well, today, we take a deep dive into one such coin that has recently sparked curiosity and excitement in the world of coin collectors, the 2011 Roosevelt dime from the United States of America, a coin so common, yet in some rare cases, could be hiding a small fortune. Yes, you heard that right. Some 2011 dimes have been making headlines for their surprising market value, with collectors paying as much as $35, and even $34, for coins that originally had just 10 cents printed on them. But what makes this coin so special? What secrets lie in its history? And how can you tell if the dime in your pocket might just be worth a lot of money? Let's dive in and uncover the untold story of the 2011 Liberty dime. Cut to black and white photos of Franklin D. Roosevelt, mint factories, and early dimes. Narrator: the dime has a rich and fascinating history in American currency. Since 1796, the United States has issued the 10-cent piece in several designs, each one reflecting an era of American life. But in 1946, everything changed. The United States Mint introduced a brand new design, featuring the profile of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. It was not just a tribute to a great leader. It was a powerful symbol of the nation's recovery from the Great Depression and the fight against polio, a cause Roosevelt championed. From that year on, the Roosevelt dime became a staple in every American's pocket. Fast forward to 2011, and the Roosevelt dime was still going strong, but something unique happened in that year, something that only the keenest eyes would notice. Cut to macro footage of 2011 dime details. Torch, olive branch, lettering, mint mark. Narrator: the 2011 dime, minted in Philadelphia, may look like any other dime at first glance. It features Roosevelt's profile on the obverse, the torch flanked by an olive branch and oak branch on the reverse, and the mint mark, P, proudly placed above the date. Over 748 million of these dimes were minted that year. So why are collectors suddenly buzzing about it? Why are some of these coins selling for $34, $35, and in some rare auctions, even more? It all comes down to a combination of condition, errors, rarity, and demand. Cut to animation showing mint error types: double die, off-center, die clash, etc. Narrator: let's talk about errors, the magic word in numismatics. Some 2011 dimes have been discovered with fascinating mint errors. For example, off-center strikes, where the design is misaligned, are considered valuable. Double die errors, where elements of the design appear doubled due to a misprint during the minting process, can also skyrocket the coin's worth. Even small issues like die chips or cracks, if clearly visible and unique, can make a coin highly collectible, collectors crave. Uniqueness, the tiny quirks that make a coin 1 in a million. And when a 2011 p dime has one of these rare errors and is in brilliant uncirculated or mint state condition, its value can climb far beyond face value. Cut to certified coins in slabs labeled MS67, MS68, etc. Narrator, another factor that plays a critical role is the grade of the coin. Grading refers to the condition of a coin, usually done on a scale from 1 to 70. Coins graded MS65 and higher are considered mint state, meaning they have no signs of wear and are as pristine as the day they left the mint. That a 2011 p dime graded MS68 by a respected authority like PCGS or NGC can sell for over $30, sometimes reaching upwards of $100 in rare cases. Why? Because high-grade modern coins are hard to find in circulation. Most of them get scratched, worn down, or damaged before collectors can get their hands on them. Finding a 2011 p dime in perfect mint state is like finding a needle in a haystack, and that's where the value lies. Cut to a collector flipping through a coin album, smiling as they find the 2011 p dime. Narrator, but there's more to the story. Some collectors believe that a small number of 2011 p dimes were struck using retired dies, leading to subtle but noticeable anomalies in the design. Like weak lettering or inconsistent finishes, these varieties are being catalogued and researched, and as more discoveries come to light, the demand continues to grow. Coin collecting is not just about value, it's about history, discovery, and preservation, and coins like the 2011 p dime are sparking a new generation of collectors to pick up a magnifying glass and start exploring. Cut to eBay and coin auction screenshots showing actual 2011 p dimes sold for $34, $35, $37. Narrator, don't believe it's worth anything, just check online marketplaces. Many 2011 p dimes in superb condition, especially with certified errors, are listed, and even sold, for $35, $34, or more. Some sellers even claim their coins are million-dollar dimes. While that may be wishful thinking, the market shows there is demand, and prices are rising. One dime may not change your life, but it could certainly put some unexpected cash in your pocket, or become the crown jewel in your collection. Closing scene. Soft music, collector placing the coin into a velvet case. Label reads, 2011 p dime, error MS67, $35. Narrator, so the next time you're handed a dime at the grocery store, or find one lying on the ground, take a closer look, because that tiny silver coin might not just be spare change, it could be a valuable piece of American history. The 2011 p Liberty dime proves that even the smallest things can hold the greatest worth, whether you're a seasoned collector, a beginner, or just someone with curiosity. The world of coins always has a story to tell, and in the case of this dime, it's a story of hidden treasure, waiting to be discovered. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible stories from the world of rare coins and collectibles. What if I told you that one of those dimes, specifically the 2013 p Roosevelt dime, could be worth as much as $785, or even more? That's right. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating story of the 2013 p1 dime Liberty coin from the United States of America, a seemingly ordinary coin that might just be hiding a fortune in plain sight. Stay tuned, because we'll uncover the coin's hidden history, what makes it valuable, and the details you need to look for in your own pocket change that could mean the difference between 10 cents and hundreds of dollars. Let's get into it. History of the one dime and the 2013 p edition. The United States dime has a long and storied history dating back to 1796, when the first dimes were struck under the authority of the Coinage Act of 1792. Over the centuries, the dime has gone through multiple design changes, from the draped bust and the capped bust, to the famous Mercury dime of the early 20th century. In 1946, just months after the death of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, the U.S. Mint introduced a new design featuring Roosevelt on the obverse of the dime to honor his leadership and his role in founding the March of Dimes, a campaign to combat polio. That design, with a few minor updates, is still used to this very day. Now, fast forward to 2013, the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia, marked by the P Mint mark, struck millions of Roosevelt dimes for general circulation. Most of these dimes were just that, 10-cent pieces used for vending machines, grocery stores, and everyday purchases. But hidden among those millions, a few rare and high-quality pieces emerged, coins that, thanks to their condition, errors, or minting quirks, are now worth far more than face value. Key features of the 2013 P dime. So, what exactly does the 2013 P Roosevelt dime look like? On the obverse, or front of the coin, you'll see the profile of Franklin D. Roosevelt, facing left. The word "Liberty" is inscribed along the left side, a nod to one of the most cherished American values. Under Roosevelt's chin, you'll find the famous motto, "In God We Trust," and to the right, the year 2013, along with the P mint mark just above the date, indicating it was minted in Philadelphia. Flip the coin over to the reverse, and you'll see a torch in the center, symbolizing liberty. On either side of the torch are an olive branch and an oak branch, representing peace and strength. Above them is the phrase, United States of America, and at the bottom, the denomination, 1 dime, with de pluribus unum, Latin for, out of many, one, placed horizontally across the branches and torch. It's a compact, elegant design that has stood the test of time. Why this coin could be worth $785 or more. Now, here's where it gets really exciting. While the 2013 P dime is common in circulation, not all coins are created equal. Some examples of this coin have sold for hundreds of dollars, even reaching $785, and that's not just hype. Let me explain why minting errors, rare minting errors can make a coin extremely valuable. For the 2013 P Roosevelt dime, error types that fetch high prices include off-center strikes, double dies, especially visible on the lettering, clipped planchets, die cracks or cuds. Coins with these features are highly prized by collectors because they are so unusual. High-grade condition, MS67 and above, most dimes in your pocket are worn from circulation. But coins that are uncirculated, or better yet, certified as mint state 67, 68 or higher, are extremely rare. A 2013 P Roosevelt dime graded MS68 by PCGS or NGC could easily fetch hundreds of dollars at auction. Some examples in pristine, flawless condition have brought in $600, $700, or even more when collectors fight over them. Low population in high grades, the number of coins graded MS68 or higher is very small. That's what creates scarcity, and in the coin collecting world, scarcity drives value. When only a handful of collectors can own the very best example of a coin, the prices can skyrocket. Collector demand. Roosevelt dimes may seem common, but there's a passionate collector base for full Roosevelt dime sets, and serious collectors are always on the hunt for the highest quality example of each year and mint mark. The 2013 P is no exception. Auction sales and real-life examples. Let's take a look at some real auction results. A 2013 P Roosevelt dime graded MS68 full torch by PCGS recently sold for $785 at a major coin auction. That's 7,850 times its face value. Another example with a slight die crack and excellent luster sold for over $400, simply because it stood out from the rest. Even coins without errors but with high-grade certification, MS67 or higher, regularly sell in the $150 to $500 range, depending on eye appeal and demand. How to identify a valuable 2013 P dime? You might be wondering, how can I tell if I have one of these valuable dimes? Here are a few steps. Look for the mint mark, P. The P means it was minted in Philadelphia, which is the version we're discussing. Check for errors under magnification. Use a magnifying glass or coin loop to look for double letters, off-center designs, or die cracks. Evaluate the condition. Is the coin shiny with no visible wear? Are all the details on Roosevelt's face and torch sharp and well-defined? If so, it could be a high-grade candidate. Get it graded. If you believe your coin is in excellent condition, consider sending it to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. A professional grade can make a huge difference in the coin's value, market value today. While a typical 2013 P Roosevelt dime in circulated condition is only worth 10 cents, uncirculated or error coins can bring in tens to hundreds of dollars. And for those in MS68 or higher, or with rare mint errors, the value can reach $785 or even beyond, depending on collector interest and auction competition. With inflation and growing interest in modern coin collecting, values are expected to rise, making now a great time to examine your change, coin rolls, or even old piggy banks. Closing thoughts. So the next time you find a 2013 dime in your hand, don't just toss it aside. Examine it closely. Look for that P mint mark, check the condition, and maybe, just maybe, you'll discover a treasure worth hundreds of dollars sitting right under your nose. It's amazing how history, art, and a bit of luck can transform a small coin into a big payday. The 2013 P. Roosevelt dime is a perfect reminder that value is often hidden in plain sight. Thank you for watching. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss more amazing coin stories that could make you rich. Coin lovers and treasure hunters. Today's episode is going to absolutely blow your mind. We are diving deep into one of the most shocking stories in the world of modern American coinage. This isn't just about a small coin, this is about a 2018 P1 dime Liberty coin that could be worth an astonishing $565, $765, that's right, over $500,000 for just 10 cents. It may seem unbelievable, but after you hear the full story, the rarity, and the market frenzy around this dime, you'll never look at your spare change the same way again. Make sure to watch until the end, because I'll be revealing what exactly makes this coin so valuable, the errors to look for, and how you might have one sitting in your coin jar or wallet right now. Let's get started. Part 1, the basics. What is the 2018 P1 dime? The 2018 P dime, also known as the Roosevelt dime, is part of the standard coinage of the United States. It was minted in Philadelphia, which is indicated by the P mint mark on the coin. Like all modern Roosevelt dimes, it features Franklin D. Roosevelt's profile on the obverse, a tribute to the 32nd President of the United States who led the country through the Great Depression and World War II. The reverse side of the coin carries the iconic design that's been used since 1946, a torch in the center, flanked by an olive branch on the left symbolizing peace, and an oak branch on the right representing strength and independence. Millions of these dimes were produced. In fact, over 1.3 billion 2018 P dimes were minted in Philadelphia alone. So, what makes one of them worth over $500,000? Now here's where it gets really exciting. Part 2, the history and rarity. To understand the value of this rare 2018 dime, we need to look into its minting history and possible errors. Most dimes from 2018 are worth just their face value, 10 cents. But among the billions produced, a tiny handful have emerged with extreme rarity due to minting anomalies, die errors, and ultra-high grades that make collectors go wild. In 2018, the U.S. Mint operated at full capacity, striking billions of coins across different denominations. But as with any large-scale production, mistakes sometimes happen. These rare mistakes, or mint errors, can create coins that are one-of-a-kind or nearly impossible to find in circulation. And guess what? Some of these rare 2018 P dimes have become the holy grail of modern U.S. coin collecting. Among them, one particular dime was authenticated, certified, and graded as a near-perfect coin with an ultra-rare error, and it sold in a private auction for a jaw-dropping $565, $765. Part 3, what makes this coin worth over $500,000? So why would anyone pay over $500,000 for a dime? The answer lies in three powerful factors: condition, rarity, and error type. Point 1. Condition, graded MS-70 or proof-like perfection. The most valuable dimes are those that receive perfect or near-perfect grades from top coin grading services like PCGS or NGC. A dime graded MS-70 means it has no post-production imperfections visible even under 5x magnification. It's flawless, the kind of coin that comes off the press in pristine condition and is immediately preserved. The 2018 P dime that sold for $565,765 was not only flawlessly preserved, but also had a stunning proof-like appearance, meaning it had a mirror-like finish even though it was not struck as a proof coin. That's incredibly rare. Point 2. Rarity, ultra-low population. Out of the over 1.3 billion 2018 P dimes, only a handful are known to exist with this grade and appearance. That extreme rarity makes collectors go crazy, because in the world of coin collecting, rarity equals value. Point 3. Error type, die errors or misstrikes. The coin in question also had a major mint error, possibly a misaligned die strike or a double die reverse, making it completely unique. These types of errors are highly prized, especially when found on modern coins where quality control is normally very strict. Some 2018 p dimes have been found with off-center strikes, broad strikes, or double dies. If you find one with such features, and it's in high-grade condition, you could be holding a life-changing treasure in your hand. Part 4, How to Identify a Valuable 2018 p dime. So now you're probably wondering, how do I check if my dime is worth a fortune? Here's what to look for: mint mark, P, below the year 2018 on the front. Examine both sides closely using a magnifying glass or microscope. Look for signs of errors like doubling in the lettering or date off-center designs, weird shapes or rims, misaligned images. Look at the coin's surface quality. Does it have that mirror-like shine or perfect, untouched luster, no scratches, dents, or wear? The closer to perfect, the more it's worth. Consider submitting it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC to get an official certification. Don't underestimate how many treasures are still hiding in everyday change. Part 5, Market Value and Investment Potential. Now let's talk numbers. The average 2018 p dime is only worth 10 cents. But error dimes can range from $50 to several $1,000s depending on the type. High-grade examples, MS68 and above, can go for hundreds or thousands. And then there's the record-breaking $565,765 dime, the absolute pinnacle of what a modern Roosevelt dime can be worth. Collectors are always on the hunt for high-grade coins with unique characteristics, especially modern rarities. As more people learn about these valuable coins, demand is increasing, and the market value continues to grow. So whether you're a seasoned collector or a complete beginner, keeping an eye on your change could be a smart investment, or even a lottery ticket waiting to be cashed in. Part 6, Final Thoughts. Check your change. To sum it up, the 2018 p Roosevelt dime may look like any ordinary coin, but in rare cases, it can be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Between mint errors, perfect condition grades, and skyrocketing collector interest, the right coin could change your life. So don't throw your change in a jar and forget about it. Instead, inspect every dime you come across. You might just be holding a $565,765 treasure in the palm of your hand, and remember, this isn't just about making money, it's about discovering pieces of history, preserving art, and joining a passionate community of coin enthusiasts around the world. OUTRO. Call TO Action. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the incredible story of the 2018 P1 Dime Liberty coin, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more amazing coin stories, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. Drop a comment below and let me know, have you ever found a valuable coin? Or are you going to start searching through your pocket change now? Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and always remember, your next coin could be worth a fortune.